You, my dear, are very special. Okay, when somebody says a prayer and asks God for help or guidance in some way, healing, something, when they ask God, they go into prayer, they ask God for some type of help, God sends you. God sends you to help these people. And you're not even aware that you're doing it. It's not a conscious thing for you. It's just you. It's like God uses you as an instrument and sends you places, and all you're doing is following your intuition. And it could be as simple as, oh, I'll go to the store at this time today, or oh, I think I'll do this right now, or I'll go for a walk right now, or it's just something, or I'll call somebody, or I'll go to the beach. I don't know. It could be anything that you choose to do. But it's the timing that you do it, because you're following your intuition. You're following what feels good to you. You wind up showing up and helping people who are in need. And I've talked about this in a previous video. I don't remember when, a little while back. But when you go to sleep at night, your soul is like somebody's guardian angel. And you're helping somebody. You're actively helping people, children, animals. You're like zooming around, doing things, and while you're conscious too, you like bilocate. Your soul is like bilocating, so your consciousness is in your waking reality, doing you, being you, but you're also visiting other people. You're bilocating. You're showing up for other people. Maybe you're showing up in people's meditations. Maybe you're showing up in other people's dreams, or your soul is showing up in some form for somebody to help guide them. And so you have such strong ties to the angel kingdom. You have a royal bloodline, a royal DNA, such powerfully aligned energy, aligned with God's truth. And that's the thing, is that you are aligned with truth. You walk in truth. And that's a very difficult thing to do, because the truth is not always easy, as we know, right? It can be hard. But what I'm saying is that you know how to deliver the truth in a way, like you can read people really well. So you know how to deliver the truth in a way that somebody can receive it. Or you know how to speak to somebody that you could help them, or you could what's going to break them. You know that if you say something a certain way, that's going to break that person. So because you are so empathic, because you can read people, because you're receiving what they're feeling, you have that very strong intuitive gift and empathic gift. So, but I'm seeing that you know how to show up and speak truth in a way that's refined. That kind of, in certain situations, can shut people down, or it can lift them up. And it really depends on the truth that's being spoken. If somebody's coming against you in a harsh, negative way, you know how to speak the truth in a way that will shut them down. And if somebody's coming to you and they need compassion and help and healing, you know how to speak the truth in a way that will help them, that in like a more refined way that will help them. I feel like it's always kind of refined, the way that you express yourself and the way that you show up, because you're like doing God's work, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like God's using you as an instrument. So because it all comes from God. It all comes from that beautiful alignment. Like almost like you're an antenna for this divine, this powerfully divine truth and understanding and compassion. And because you walk that path, God does use you as an instrument. So this is interesting. So I'm seeing some things coming up around Egypt, the Sphinx, and also Anubis. And Anubis is like the god of the afterlife, but also the god of justice. So I think Anubis can sometimes be, because Anubis is like overseeing and ruling the underworld, and it has to do with like death and things like that. People can associate with this being a negative or an evil energy, but I see that this is Anubis, as it's coming through, is a neutral energy. So it's protecting the dead and bringing justice to a situation. So I'm seeing that somebody who's already crossed over, it could be a grandparent or somebody, you know, much older than you that came before you, who's already crossed over. Anubis is protecting or helping bring justice for this person. I feel like this message is related to the message that I previously put out about this case or this file that's coming back to the surface to help you reclaim what's yours. So I do see something, but something around Egypt, Egyptian energy. And like I'm seeing pyramids and how they harnessed energy, and almost similar to the way you harness energy as an antenna. And you ground that energy through yourself, through your own frequency. So your frequency is incredibly high. So to be able to ground that type and hold that type of energy, you yourself have to have a high frequency, meaning that you had to work through your shadows and work through the lower states of consciousness that you might have had to take on because of the situations and dynamics that you were raised in, or the situations and experiences that you were placed in, that you had to experience. So, but I do see, I keep seeing like Anubis, and it's like helping protect someone who's already crossed over, that there was an injustice served. So there was an injustice to this person, but it also was an injustice to you as well, whatever this injustice was. So if this is related to the previous video about the cases being brought back up, maybe land was stolen from this person, money was stolen from this person's will or whatever they left to you was taken. And so as the tables being turned, the justice coming your way, I'm seeing that Anubis is there. So, and I do see you have some type of previous life in Egypt. Maybe you're even connected to Ra, because you do have a royal bloodline. Wow, you have some, ooh, I just got chills. You have such special energy. You've been around a long time. Like you're a king or a queen or a princess or a prince, or you have a royal bloodline, and you're fulfilling your duties here. And sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself in these videos, but it's this energy the information just keeps coming up and wants to get out there to confirm or to help enlighten or bring some type of light to a situation, some type of understanding to something, maybe help piece the puzzle together, puzzle pieces, things like that. So God has been using you as an instrument for a long time. God trusts you very much. And God knows that you stand in truth. That's so important. I keep getting chills, lots of goosebumps of confirmation. The energy is coming through quickly these days, so you might be receiving a lot of energy, a lot of information coming through your intuition, coming through your meditations, and just your everyday life as you're doing things, as you're engaging in either your work or your hobbies or things that you love. Because when you sit down and you're waiting for information to come and you're trying to pull information, sometimes that just will block it all off right away. Like if you're asking questions of God and you're waiting for the answer, it doesn't really come. It's like when you move on and you're going about your day and you're engaging yourself in other things, that's when the information hits you. Almost like you have to be focused on something else to allow that information to come in. And I feel like that also has a lot to do with manifestation. The more you focus on the thing that you want, the more focus is on the fact that you don't have it. And then that kind of pushes it away. So the less you focus on the thing that you want, the less attention you give it, and the more you just go about doing, moving forward, doing tasks, going throughout your day, regardless of how you feel, that's when it comes to you a little bit quicker. And also, this has been coming through. Be careful what you wish for, because sometimes we wish for things and we get them, but we get them in a way that requires some type of sacrifice we weren't expecting to have to make. So, a few messages here in this little message for you, and I hope you receive that well. And I love you so much. I love you so much. We are part of the same soul family, the same soul group, and I see you. I feel your energy. You are so special to this world. I love your energy. I love bringing these messages forward to you because I feel like such a strong bond with you. Even though we've never met in person, I feel like we've known each other for a long time. So there's kind of like a homey feeling to the energy that I pick up and the messages that I'm bringing forth to you. And I hope that you feel the same way. If not, that's okay. But just know that I love you and God loves you and you're doing a really great job and you're really special and very powerful. And you help a lot of people, whether or not you realize it. Even if you keep to yourself a lot, you still help people. Okay? So that's that. I hope you have a super beautiful day, and I will speak with you very soon.